Guys, here we are, MMA UK News, Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So, talking about Grapplefest 14, that's going to be this Saturday. So, we're only just a week away now from obviously one of the biggest shows of the year. So, Grapplefest 14, it's going to be at the usual place, Fusion Nightclub, Fleet Street in Liverpool. Now, when I talk about Grapplefest, I always talk about the atmosphere because, in my eyes, there's no atmosphere like it in any other comp that I've ever been to. I mean, it's unbelievable. Spectators are on top of the action. The spectators get right involved in the matches in regards to the obviously they're cheering on the grapplers or they're booing the grapplers, depending on obviously if they if it's like a team or not their team. So, but they definitely get very very involved, and the grapplers themselves love it. I mean, from that walk down the stairs onto the mat, coming out to their own music and soaking up the atmosphere. As I say, it gives the grapplers a different type of adrenaline that they've probably not been used to. So it definitely makes for an exciting night. Plus, the grapplers come out and put in 110% in every single matchup that we see. So we'll talk about some of the top grapplers from all over the world. Again, are going to be in Liverpool this Saturday. So some of the top guys from all over the UK, Scotland, England, Ireland, Wales, and then further afield, obviously America and all throughout Europe, even going as far as Australia and stuff like that as well. So it's going to be another amazing night by Grapplefest. Now, ticket availability, head over to your, or double check with your chosen grappler first of all, because they may still have some tickets available. Anybody that can't get any tickets from a chosen grappler, then hit up Grapplefest on either Facebook or Instagram, and you will get the details through there. And anybody that can't make the event on the evening, Fight TV, as always, has that pay-per-view. So again, head over to Fight TV, and you will get all the information through there. So now, my next guest then is going to be on the show. So Alex Vernon, Peak Jiu Jitsu, going to be up against Marc Clark of Warwolf Jiu Jitsu. Alex again is one of these guys. I mean, very very exciting to watch. Again, I always get messages about grapplers whenever I put an interview up. I always get the odd message saying, "Oh, wait till you see this guy, wait till you see this girl or whoever." And again, we've had a couple of messages about Alex already, just saying, "Stoom, this guy's the real deal." He's coming. He's 100% ready for Grapplefest. So yeah, I'm buzzing to see him and Mark going at it on Saturday. So Alex, absolute pleasure to chat with you, buddy.
Thanks for having me on. Pleased to be here. Your intro's getting me hyped up. Grapplefest sounds like the place to be. It's good.
Well, that's the thing. You said you're going out for lunch later on, so we'll maybe be seeing some grappling in restaurants and stuff like that.
yeah. That's it.
So how's everything going with yourself in regards to training and so on?
Yeah, great. For a while now, I was originally looking at doing the British Open at the end of the year, and then that all changed. And then I've had the Role Models and Empire event last week. I've got Grapplefest next week. So the past however long, it's just I've been quite focused in training, really trying to push it, and just get myself ready and keep like avoiding injuries and keeping fit. That's obviously the big thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, obviously the last couple of years throughout COVID and so on, I mean, a lot of people that did have niggling injuries, obviously they were able to kind of rest up and heal themselves, and then now we're back. Now we've been back for a full year. A lot of people are getting them niggling pains going back, which is again, that's part and parcel of what we do. I mean, it's a combat sport. So injuries will happen. Injuries do happen. So we talked before we came on air. Obviously, Aidan Woodley got a really bad leg break last night at Northern Submission Series up against Dave Weston. But he was a trooper, man. He was smiling. He was happy. He was enjoying himself. Even after the break, they were taking pictures. You'll have probably seen this before, but your teammates lying in pain on the floor, and the first thing, obviously, your other teammates do is sit beside you taking selfies. Yeah. But we definitely wish him all the best. Obviously, I hope he recovers very, very quickly. Talk about Peak Jiu Jitsu. Yeah, let's talk about Peak Jiu Jitsu. Obviously, the gym set up this year, so looks like a really, really good gym. Really good setup you guys have.
Yeah, we're really pleased. We opened in June, so not quite 6 months, and obviously you're setting it up, and you there's a lot to consider and a lot of things that you don't even realize you have to consider. But we're like I say, we're almost 6 months into it, and the club's growing every month. The new people that start seem to all, well, not all, but for the majority of them are coming back, and just trying to really create an atmosphere and a culture in the club that the kind of place where we would want to train, and where everyone's just, I don't know, positive and helping each other, and at the same time trying to develop some real good skills on the mat. So
Yeah,
yeah, so far so good. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. What about people contacting you guys? How do people get in contact? Let's say, for instance, maybe a new member or even anybody visiting the area. How do they get in contact with you guys to pop in?
Easiest way is through Instagram or Facebook. Facebook, just Peak Jiu Jitsu. Instagram, Peak_Jiu Jitsu. Um, or find me on Facebook or Instagram as well.
Yeah,
Anything like that, just a message. We're always welcome to visitors. We've had loads of visitors recently, actually, like some really high level guys stopping by to train with us. Happens quite often. So doors are open for that kind of thing. No, we're not. Everyone's welcome, and as long as you're a decent person, you're happy to train, we'll have you.
yes, yeah. What kind of classes do you offer then? So what's your kind of class times throughout the week?
We're on 7 days a week, and it's mostly at the moment we're mostly doing nogi jiu-jitsu. We are starting to. It's mainly because most of our members have just had nogi competitions coming up the back end of this year, including myself. But we're doing the gi as well from December onwards. We wrestle. We've got quite a large mat space, which allows us to wrestle in open mats as well. I know, but we have a dedicated session for wrestling as well. And then we've got some kind of kids classes and MMA classes on the side as well. But for jiu-jitsu, we've got classes on every day, plus loads of open mat times, and normally can accommodate
Yeah,
what the normal times that people would want.
yeah, definitely. So obviously someone there to cater for everybody. So you talked about MMA, kids classes, obviously
I should
jiu-jitsu, as
also
you mentioned.
mention, sorry, I almost forgot. Wednesday we have our women's only class, which is getting bigger and bigger as well.
Yeah,
So we're often having over 10 girls on the mat at the same time, which I appreciates. It's not nothing. It's
yeah.
quite an achievement, especially with how long we've been open. Siobhan Clifford runs that, and doing a grand job.
Yeah, that's the thing we've seen the kind of rise in female jiu-jitsu certainly this year. I mean, and it's been brilliant. It's been really, really brilliant to see. It's something that should have happened years ago, where there was availability to women's classes or women only classes or kind of even women events like Enyo and stuff like that. But obviously,
Yeah,
2022, everything now seems to be moving forward, which is, I'd say, a brilliant step for female in combat sports.
it is. Yeah. It seems like there's more. I was saying last week actually, the kind of almost the sad part of it is that there's more women in the sport now, which is great. There's also way more competitions, so there's still the women I know still struggle to get matches. But
Yeah,
I know there's a new female fighter directory or something it's called that they've been putting together, which I think is a great idea. I think
yeah, yeah.
whether
Helen Hellraiser. So obviously MMA fighter. She's put it together. Her and I can't remember the other girl's name, but it was I watched a video. They did a live chat a few days ago. I remember watching it, jumping in, asking questions, and it's a great thing because it's not just for MMA. It's for jiu-jitsu. It's for grappling. It's for anything at all. And what women can do is just go on, register their name, register their weight and so on. And whenever an event comes up, so let's say for example, Grapplefest came up and Grapplefest were looking for a 70 kilo female blue belt, brown belt,
yeah,
purple belt, whatever, then they can go directly to the female fighter directory and get all the information from there. And what then Helen will do is Helen will look through the directory and see exactly if she has anybody available at that weight, at that belt level, or at that experience level, and then go to that person and say, look, we've got this fight in Grapplefest. Do you want it? Yes or no? So,
Yeah.
and the aim is to build up this directory and have it so that there's going to be availability to stuff all the time. And Helen gets contacted from promoters on a regular basis asking, do you have anybody? Do you have any females at this weight? So it's great. I mean, any females, definitely register your name for that, because it's a brilliant thing. And as I said, it's definitely something that's moving forward. It's definitely moving forward, and it's making it better and easier for females coming into the sport.
Empire and Role Models, at their event last week, they had I think it was a 14-woman bracket in the end, but you know, it's a good size bracket. It was mixed blue and white belt, and I think it was anything under 75 kilo. So the parameters are a bit larger than it would be for your typical divisions, but they got 14 girls all in the same division battling out, and I can't remember if it was the semi-final or the final, but one of the matches, the whole crowd were on their feet at the end applauding. It was really, really good. And Lorena, one of the co-owners of Peak, actually, she's in that boat where she's trying to get matches, but it's easier said than done, unfortunately, even at that white and blue belt level. And she entered last week, and result didn't quite go away, but it was still a great time. It was worthwhile, and all the rest of it. So yeah, it's heading in the right direction, at least, isn't it? It would seem.
14 women in the one bracket is unbelievable to see. Do you know what I mean? Because, and again, you've been at comps over the years, and I've been at comps where you'll turn up and there maybe be like one woman or two women, or you've got the same two women who'll fight each other every single comp throughout a belt level, throughout a blue belt or a purple belt, and they've maybe faced each other 10 times. But having 14 women in the one bracket is unbelievable, and it's unheard of up until this year. So
yeah, it's great. It's really good. Or what happens is they have to travel to Rome or Lisbon or somewhere just to get a decent size bracket. But
definitely. Listen, honestly, I love it. Absolutely love it. I see the growth of female combat sports this year. Don't get me wrong, it's been, do you know what I mean? It's been growing and growing and growing, but this year especially, and next year's going to be massive for female sports, combat sports. So definitely keep an eye out, because as I said, it's going to be a brilliant year for females next year. So, what about you, Alex? Obviously, Grapplefest 14 then. So how did you get the call up? How did you find out you were going to be on this card?
Oh, we were wrestling. It was just a text come through. Like pop up on your phone. You can always see what it says, and it's only one answer, isn't it? You can't say no. It's but yeah, no, I think we just finished wrestling, or it was between rounds or something. Because I often use my phone as like the timer. But yeah, and then it pops up. Do you want Marc Clark? He's like 75 kilos like you or something. I was like, okay, yeah, great, let's do it. Brown belt. Don't really know anything about him, but I know he does mats in the mountains, I think, because again, Lorena and another girl that trains with us went to mats in the mountains a couple of months ago. But I don't know anything about his style or anything. I'm sure he's pretty good, but it should make for a good match.
Yeah, it's a very, very evenly matched. I mean, and again, this is what Tomo does. Obviously, Chris and the Grapplefest team, they look at people and they try and match people of similar levels, or not similar levels, but similar experiences and so on. So, because there's no point in putting somebody in against, let's say, I don't know, somebody that's a fresh blue belt in against a blue belt who's like a world champion or a European champion and stuff like that. So they always try and match everybody up based on levels, based on experience and so on. And they're very, very evenly matched, which makes for exciting matchups every single time at Grapplefest.
Yeah, I think so. It could well be back and forth for the whole 10 minutes. We'll see. I don't know what to expect at all, to be honest. Often I would try and kind of look at my opponents and see what they like to do and try and make a bit of a strategy. But for this one, I'm going to go in and just see where the fight takes us, and just be ready to fight from everywhere. I feel like I'm a bit of a jack of all trades and master of none, if you know what I mean. Like I play bottom, I play top, I wrestle.
Yeah.
I really enjoy escapes to submissions. I really enjoy the submissions themselves, and I think I'm going to try and use that to my strength rather than try and be too focused on where I want the fight to be. Just go in there, see what happens, do my best, and what will be will be. And win or lose, I'm sure it's going to be a really good event. I've got a whole bunch of people coming up with me to support, and we'll go for some food and have some beers afterwards, I'm sure, and it'll be a good time no matter what.
Yeah, listen, it'll be an amazing night. As the Grapplefest, Grapplefest is always an amazing night. So anybody that's ever been, they absolutely love. There's nothing like a Grapplefest night. So everybody's there enjoying. It's a party. Everybody just enjoying grappling, enjoying jiu-jitsu, enjoying wrestling, enjoying like combat sports in general. So it's just a big celebration of grappling. So but yeah, it's going to be another amazing night next this Saturday, the 3rd of December. So what about you then?
Oh, so I was just going to say as well, like I'm really excited to watch some of the European guys that went to ATCC that are on the card. I think there's like 4 of them or something. Ono Flanagan and Shachinsky and McNally and all that. It's great, and obviously watching them up close with a beer in your hand and your mates around you, it don't get much better, does it?
No. It's going to be proud to see everybody, every single person there. So, what about you then? So, 2022 was, again, as I said before we came on air, and I say this a lot, 2022 was just a year for us to get back to normality after the last couple of years previous. So 2023 is going to be massive for everybody because, again, now we know we're allowed to train properly. We're allowed to go out and compete. We're allowed to travel. There's no restrictions. What would you like to see yourself doing going forward for next year onwards?
I don't know yet. I mean, 2023, clearly growing peak's going to be a main priority, and keeping that going in the direction it's heading at the moment. That's going to be a big one. And we've already had a few days where we've kind of gone out to competitions with a team of us, and they've been really good. So more of those days, hopefully. For myself, I've got some kind of other work commitments next year that might mean I compete less. I'm getting married as well, which might also mean I need to spend some time on that at some point. But then again, I'm still going to be training all the time, so who knows? We'll see. There's no big goals for next year. Just the main ones: peak itself, and really trying to develop some skills in the guys that we've got coming through the doors there. And then it might competing might have to just take a little backseat for a couple of months whilst I sort some work things out and some other things. But I'm certainly not done yet in terms of competing altogether. But it'll just be when the right event comes up at the right time. Like I said before, if Grapplefest, if that text comes through again, it's hard to say no, isn't it? So it's so we'll just see. We'll just see on that.
Yeah. Listen, I'm sure next year, 2023, is going to be awesome. As I said, it's going to be a great year for not just yourself, but you mentioned peak jiu-jitsu. So obviously growing peak and just building that. I mean, it's awesome. I love it. See when anybody opens up a new gym because, I mean, you've done it. It's difficult. It's difficult to do. It's a difficult step to take for a lot of people because, again, a lot of people have maybe trained at a gym for a number of years and then suddenly they go and do their own thing. So it's difficult to do. It is hard, but it's rewarding. It's very rewarding.
Yeah, that's exactly how I would describe it as well. It's like when you think, oh, do you want to, like, well, I felt like a hand was forced a bit, but when you think I'm going to open a jiu-jitsu club, like, yeah, that sounds really cool. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go for it. And then suddenly the reality hits of like all the admin side of it and all the decisions you have to make on things you've never even thought about before. But like you say, you in terms of, is it worth it? It's like 100% worth it. It's so rewarding. Like, and like it almost sounds like a cliche to say, but it really is. It's it's absolutely worth its weight in gold.
Definitely. We've got a comment coming in there. Nick, great batch. Just saying, this Alex Vernon guy knows his takedowns. I can tell. So,
Yeah, Nick. I may have met Nick once or twice before. He's Nick's a funny one. He wrestles with us.
yeah.
Started doing Jiu Jitsu recently as well, but he is a unironic huge fan of sumo wrestling and watches all the sumo wrestling throughout the year. I've never known anyone do it, but he's also one of Peak Jiu Jitsu's most stylish members as well. That has to be mentioned.
Nice. There we go then. Nick, great match. It's the most stylish guy in Peak Jiu Jitsu. So,
Yeah.
and then final thing for you then, Alex. So obviously you've been in the game for a little bit. I mean, you've had some amazing training partners over the years and still do, obviously, at Peak Jiu Jitsu to this day. But anybody in particular you want to shout out to? So any kind of friends, family members, teammates, anything like that?
I sound like a broken record, but it's just, yeah, shout out to Matthew and Lorena who run Peak with me, and all the guys and girls at the club who's helping to kind of build it into what I think is a really good thing. And I best also shout out Lauren, my lovely fiance, who really gives me all the time to do this as well. Between work and jiu-jitsu, yeah, I have to keep her sweet. So
Definitely.
oh, and
And
sorry,
again,
one last. Also, just a Rain Clothing as well have sorted me a really cool rash guard for Grapplefest, which it looks really cool. It's got the Peak logo on. I'll be really pleased to wear it. So shout out to Rain as well.
definitely shout out to Rain. Absolutely. I love speaking with Rain. I mean, the Rain Clothing, I talk to them. They always send me messages on Instagram because one of the girls here in Scotland, Neve Ross, from HMAC Inverness, so she's sponsored through Rain. She's part of I can't even remember what type of program it is, but she's like an ambassador. She travels like to one fighting championships and so on. So, so I always get messages from them just saying, "Oh, she's doing this, she's doing that." So, great people to deal with. Definitely great people. Plus, they've got some great stuff, and they're doing a lot of stuff for a lot of grapplers at the moment. I mean, they seem to be one of the more kind of prominent apparel brands out there at the moment. So guys, definitely hit up Rain Clothing. I say Rain Clothing. I've got some great stuff to suit everybody, male, female, kids, and so on. So there's something there definitely that caters for everyone. So
high quality gear as well.
Yeah. Now just one final comment. Matthew Stewart just coming in saying guaranteed slugfest. So, but again, it's going to be an awesome match. Alex Vernon, Marc Clark. So, guys, you definitely do not want to miss this. So that's this Saturday coming, 3rd of December. It's going to be in Liverpool, Fusion Nightclub, Fleet Street in Liverpool. That's Grapplefest 14. Now, anybody that hasn't got a ticket yet, as they double check with your chosen grapplers first of all. So anybody looking to come down to see Alex, definitely hit up Alex first of all. If you can't get any tickets from Alex, then just head over to the Grapplefest, either their Facebook or Instagram, and you will get the details through there. Anybody that can't make the event on the evening for whatever reason, then what they do is head over to Fight TV. Now, Fight TV always has the pay-per-view for Grapplefest. Now, there's a couple of different payment options. First payment option, standalone pay-per-view price is $14.99. So that's only for the one pay-per-view. That's you. So the best, cheapest, most cost-efficient way of doing it is to go for the monthly option. Now, the monthly option works out $4.99. So I think in UK money, it's about $4.20 or something like that. So that gives you not just this Grapplefest, but every other Grapplefest event that comes up after it. You also get other events like Grapple Kings and various other grappling events. There's also things on there. There might be things that Nick Greatbatch might love to watch. So obviously, if he's into sumo wrestling, there's all sorts of wrestling on there. And there's like the pillow fighting world championships and stuff like that. So there's some bizarre stuff on Fight TV, but it's definitely a great watch. It's great to have. So yeah, that's your option. $4.99 monthly option, and you've got everything. So, so we're going to have Alex Vernon, Peak Jiu Jitsu. Anybody in the area that's heading down and is going to be in the area, then definitely hit up Peak Jiu Jitsu. As I said, a really, really good gym, good setup. I looked at some of the pictures of the gym, and the gym looks awesome. So, and some really, really nice people down there as well. You will get some really good training. So, so Alex, listen, absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak to me this morning.
No, thank you for having me. It's been good. Been good to chat.
Definitely. Listen, we'll get a chat next Saturday. Obviously, I'll get a chat with you and obviously your people. But it's going to be buzzing to see you down there, buddy. And yeah, listen, we'll see you on Saturday.
Can't wait. Look forward to it.
Take it easy, buddy.
Cheers, man. See ya.